Never even heard of moomin beings.
Hello everybody and welcome to the second episode of the Doctor Who After Show, and it's still such a bizarre title for a series on YouTube, but here we are. Okay, so I've watched the episode back, I've just finished work right now and I've watched it again with the earphones in to take every single thing into my mind, and this is going to be my honest review of the episode. It was good. I rate it another 7 out of 10, but I'm going to get into what I loved about the episode and what I didn't really like. So starting off with the review, I actually really did like this episode. It was brilliant, and I'm not going to mention it much in this review, but I did like the music a lot. I just feel like it needs changing a little bit. With Murray Gold, he did have various different styles and every single episode was quite different, but with this episode, it is very similar to the first episode with the style of music. I just want to see a few changes. It could be anything. I just want the tone, and I want I don't know, I'm not a composer. I don't know much about music, but I just feel like the tone of each episode kind of needs to be a bit different. Like if Murray Gold was still around, I feel like this episode would be a lot more alien. We're all used to his different style of music, and no two episodes of Doctor Who are the same in tones of music. But yeah, I don't know, I'm nervous, but I will say I really do like the music that this new composer has made. So I'm not exactly having a go as such. I'm really nervous because there's a lot of hate on YouTube regarding Doctor Who at the minute, and actually no, there's not a lot of hate, there's a lot of opinions, and people think that these opinions are negative, and I'm not negative towards this new series because I love it. I love what I've seen so far. I don't know, I mean, you just go through YouTube and the comments, not just on my reactions but everyone else's, and there's a lot of people that pick up on certain stuff, so it's quite nerve-wracking to give you honest opinions on it. But anyway, yeah, so that's about the music. Next up, I really want to talk about Graham. I adore Graham. He is such an interesting character. As I've said before, I love Bradley Walsh, but one thing I did pick up whilst watching this episode back is he's very hands-on. If there's danger, he always seems to be the one that goes first. Like with the scene when they had to go back up on the ladder into the night time, he was the first one there. He weren't asked to go up first, he just jumped straight into it, and I feel like that's because of his love for his grandson. It's weird for me to say, but it is. He's just done it straight away, and with things like that, that's why he's such a good character, and he's got such a caring heart. Like the scene where it's him and Ryan talking on the boat, it is such a good scene. Like it's one of my favourite moments of the two episodes, to be honest, because Graham just wants to talk about his wife, and he's trying to relate that to Ryan, because I believe he does want to be Ryan's granddad. I'm getting confused in my own mind, but I really feel like he does, because he got a bit upset in the episode because he said, "Are you still calling me Graham then?" Now, if I had Graham, or if I had someone like that in my life, I would instantly take to them and I'd welcome them into my life, and I am so... This is where my negativity draws into Doctor Who, and I'm going to talk about it now. This is why I'm kind of against Ryan. I am not the biggest Ryan fan. I had to cut quite a few things out of the reaction because I don't want it to be negative, but Ryan is so judgmental towards Graham, and he needs to calm down because he has done so much for him so far from what we've seen, and he was a really good boyfriend or husband to Grace. He really was, and I just want him to see that. I don't understand why he hates him. Maybe there was someone else in the past that he liked, and Grace fell in love with Graham after. We don't know the full story yet, so maybe there's reasons for that, but I need Ryan to see Graham for what he is in order for me to appreciate Ryan a little bit more. Also, on the subject of Graham, I want to talk about how fucking hysterical it is when Graham was wearing those sunglasses. How much did he suit him? He looked like a granddad that you'd bring along to a party, because I feel like if Graham was in the middle of a nightclub, he'd have a bit of a rave and a bit of a boogie for about 10 minutes, then he'd want to go home and maybe have beans on toast or something. But I just love him. Like, I'm sick of saying it. I'm sure you guys are sick of hearing me say it, but I love Graham to bits. Also, there's the other companion, which is Yaz, and I just want... Okay, here's another thing. I really do want to see a lot more of Yaz. I feel like she can be, I'm not saying she's not, she can be one of my favourite companions. I just want to know more about her story. I want to know more about her sister, why she wants that room so desperate, and because where's Yaz gonna go if she wants the room? But I want to know more about her family, and I want to know more about Yaz. Spoiler alert for what I'm gonna say. I have heard that episode 6 is about Yaz, or going back into the past because of her grandmother. I don't really know that much, but we just need to wait and see. And I also feel like she could be such an interesting character to watch. We just need more, because we don't really know that much of her, which worries me. It really does worry me, so we've got to wait and see, I guess. The episode itself was shot beautifully. I think it was set in Spain, or I think it was filmed in Spain. I'm not too sure, I might have made that up, but the location was incredible. The shots of the alien suns, beautiful, and also when the boat was on the sea or the river. And it's just such a nice, various, I don't know, line of shots. I'm not one of these reviewers that's going to give you all these massive words and terminology. I'm just a normal person in the middle of Yorkshire, but it was so nice to see all these different shots and to see all these beautiful images made into one episode. The threat of the episode, I'm not going to lie, didn't seem like the most threatening of monsters or villains. I did like how the Doctor and all these companions were placed on this empty planet with nothing to go on. They had no hope, they had no way out of it, but somehow the Doctor always comes through and saves the day. But yeah, I'm not a fan of the monsters. They could have been better, I suppose. And I also want to know why the Stenza were there, because I'm still a little bit confused about that. And last off, we need to talk about the new TARDIS, because the TARDIS is just incredible. And what I love about what they've done with this series is they haven't thrown it all into one episode. Like, we could have seen this new TARDIS in episode 1, but we had something to look forward to. And we didn't know that we were going to get it in episode 2. It was just such a feel-good moment. And I believe you can actually tell that in my reaction. I really loved seeing that. So kudos to them for doing that. The TARDIS is beautiful. I feel like the colour scheme can change quite a few times, because I have seen an image of it when it's pink or purple or whatever, but it seemed more orangey and more gold, which is nice actually, because it's quite a good callback to the 10th Doctor. But yeah, I really do like this TARDIS, and I really want to see more shots of it. Okay, so that's the end of the review, I guess, but I want to add a little feature, because whilst watching this back, whilst watching it with my earphones in, I was pissing myself, because I never heard this whilst reacting to it. I must have watched that with a straight face, but this is the funniest line of the episode.
You're not part of this.
Excuse me, we are human beings to show a bit of solidarity.
I'm Muxtron. She's Albarian.
Never even heard of Moomin beings.
It's just such a fucking stupid line. I've never heard of Moomin beings. I just love it. It still makes me chuckle to this day. I just love it. I want to say kudos to the actress that plays the character as well, because she was just such a nice, relatable character that you don't really get to see in TV much these days, but I'm just so proud to be a Moomin being. Sorry. Okay, so this is where we go all posh and do the rating of the episode. Now, we've had The Woman Who Fell to Earth, that's right at the top. That's not going anywhere, because, big spoiler surprise alert, this is where I've got my double chin out and I look awful. Boom! Boom ting. The ghost monument is at spot number 2. Also TARDIS blue, because we saw the TARDIS. Yeah, really did enjoy this one. It wasn't rubbish. I would happily watch it again. I really, truly would. It's a 7 out of 10, as I say. I believe that the pacing was a bit off, but it's a pace and tone that we need to get used to. But yeah, I really did enjoy it. So that concludes my review for The Ghost Monument. I want to let you guys know that YouTube, the reaction compilation of all the YouTubers out there, that will be posted in the next 24 hours. So yes, I'm gonna go now because I literally need to start editing that. I hope that you enjoyed my reaction to it. I hope you've enjoyed this review. I will see you next week for Rosa, which still is a weird title for me. See you later, guys. Love you. Bye. We're gonna go for a kiss. Mwah, mwah. Bye. God, that ending was awful.